Stop scrolling. This is important. Right now, somewhere out there, in a dusty drawer, an old piggy bank, or even mixed in your pocket change, that could be a small coin worth far more than you'd expect. These aren't just coins. They're hidden treasures, small pieces of American history that, in rare cases, have reached surprising values among collectors. And today, we're revealing the top 3 most valuable rare Susan B. Anthony $1 coins ever discovered. Coins that have shocked collectors and made headlines in the coin world. At first glance, they look completely ordinary. Small, gray, easy to ignore. But behind that simple design could be something special. These classic Susan B. Anthony dollar coins are often mistaken for quarters. And while most are worth just face value, a few rare varieties and errors are highly sought after. Some are so unusual that finding one would feel like discovering a hidden piece of treasure most people overlook. Stay until the end, because the number 1 coin on this list might surprise you the most. And take a closer look at your coins, you never know what you might find. Welcome to SF Coins, the channel where everyday pocket change turns into stories of real collector value. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because we bring you powerful updates daily. Now let's begin. Coin number 1. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar stands as one of the most unique and debated pieces ever released. When this coin was introduced, it represented something truly historic. It was the first time a real woman appeared on a circulating United States coin, honoring Susan B. Anthony, a powerful voice in the fight for equality and voting rights. Her portrait on the front reflects determination and purpose, while the reverse shows an eagle landing on the moon, echoing the spirit of exploration and achievement. The year 1979 marked the beginning of this new dollar coin. It was produced at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Unlike older silver dollars, this coin was not made of silver. Instead, it was struck using a copper-nickel composition, giving it a similar appearance to a quarter, but slightly larger in size. Millions of these coins were minted and released into circulation. However, they were not widely accepted by the public. Many people found them confusing because of their similarity in size and color to the quarter, and as a result, large numbers were stored rather than used. Because of this, many 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars still exist today in relatively good condition. But here is where the story becomes truly interesting. Among the 1979 coins, there is a special variety that collectors pay close attention to, the wide rim or near-date variety from Philadelphia. On this version, the date appears closer to the rim, making it visually different from the more common far-date version. This small detail has created a noticeable difference in collector demand. This is the moment where an ordinary coin begins to stand apart. Now let's address the bold claim that a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar could be worth $600,000. This idea spreads quickly because it is exciting and captures attention. But the truth is more grounded. A typical 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar, even in good condition, is usually worth only a small amount above its face value. Even the wide-rim variety, while more desirable, does not reach extreme 6-figure prices under normal circumstances. Values increase based on condition, rarity, and demand, but reaching hundreds of thousands would require an extremely unusual situation, such as a unique error or an exceptional specimen. Collectors also search for high-grade coins, especially those that have been preserved with strong luster, clean surfaces, and sharp details. Coins that appear untouched by circulation are always more attractive in the collecting world. Some coins may show marks, scratches, or dull surfaces from years of storage or handling. These are often described as dirty, but in reality, they simply reflect the natural life of the coin. In collecting, originality is far more important than shine. One important detail to remember is that this coin is not silver, despite sometimes being called a silver dollar. Its value does not come from metal content, but from collector interest, condition, and special varieties. Imagine holding a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar in your hand. It represents a turning point in history, a moment when a new face, a new message, and a new idea were introduced into everyday life. It may seem ordinary, but carries a powerful legacy. Coins like this remind us that value is not always obvious. Sometimes it is hidden in small differences, a slightly closer date, a sharper strike, or a condition that sets it apart from millions of others. The Susan B. Anthony dollar remains one of the most recognizable modern coins because it combines history, symbolism, and the excitement of discovery. Even a common year like 1979 has its place in that story. In the end, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is both ordinary and meaningful. Most examples are common, but the search for rare varieties and exceptional condition keeps collectors interested and engaged. And that is the real secret. It is not just about finding a coin worth a fortune. It is about understanding what you have, recognizing the hidden details, and realizing that sometimes even a simple coin can carry a story far greater than its face value. True wealth in the world of coins often hides behind a layer of dirt or the wear and tear of time, and the Susan B. Anthony dollar is no exception. A dirty or circulated coin might look common to the untrained eye, but if it possesses a rare mint error, such as being struck on the wrong metal or having a double die, it becomes a priceless artifact of history. There are legendary stories of coins being struck over existing nickels or having unique planchet defects that make them one-of-a-kind masterpieces. In the prestigious world of high-end auctions, the most perfect examples of these coins, graded at the highest levels of preservation, have seen their values climb into the thousands, and the most unique error specimens are viewed as the lottery tickets of the coin world. Holding one of these rare $1,979 is like holding a piece of the American spirit, a testament to the pioneering work of Susan B. Anthony herself and the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. The secret to unlocking its true potential lies in the details: the sharpness of the mint mark, the thickness of the rim, and the brilliance of the strike. If you find a 1979 S with a perfectly clear, sharp S, or a 1979 P with that heavy, wide border, you are looking at a coin that defies the odds. These coins are not just currency. They're a legacy, a rare opportunity for anyone who discovers them to change their financial destiny overnight by preserving a piece of history that the rest of the world might have simply spent and forgotten. The 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is a coin that embodies a hidden legacy of American ambition, standing as a silent signal of a time when the United States Mint pushed the boundaries of currency design. While millions were released into the hands of the public, the true story of this coin isn't found in the everyday pocket change that most people ignore. It is found in the microscopic perfections and the rare, accidental anomalies that occurred within the Philadelphia Mint. For the person who holds an original 1980 P in their hand, they aren't just holding a piece of copper and nickel. They're holding a potential fortune that can redefine financial freedom in an instant, especially when that coin possesses the specific characteristics that professional collectors and elite auction houses hunt for with relentless passion. The shocking value associated with these coins often stems from the hunt for a flawless specimen that has managed to survive 46 years without a single scratch or sign of wear. In the high-stakes world of numismatics, a 1980 P dollar that achieves a perfect grade, something near the legendary MS-68 or MS-69 mark, becomes an extreme rarity because most of these coins were tossed into bags or circulated heavily, suffering the scars of commerce. When a coin is found in dirty or weathered condition, most people assume it is worthless, but the secret lies in looking beneath the surface for mint errors. A 1980 P struck on a rare experimental planchet or featuring a dramatic double die, where the letters appear twice, can skyrocket in value, as these are the one in a billion mistakes that collectors view as priceless artifacts of history. The history of a 1980 series is particularly intriguing because it was the second year of a bold experiment that many at the time considered a failure, which actually makes the surviving rare versions even more valuable today. The Philadelphia Mint, marked by that distinct P, was producing these coins during a period of transition, leading to various unique strikes that weren't always perfectly executed. Some $1,980 have been discovered with unique stickers or circular toning patterns that occur when they are stored in specific environments, creating a visual masterpiece that adds to their allure. These aren't just coins, they are time capsules. If you have a 1980p that feels heavier than usual or shows a distorted image of Susan B. Anthony, you may be standing on the precipice of a massive financial breakthrough. To find a coin with an unimaginable value in today's market, one must look for the ghosts of the minting process, those coins that shouldn't exist according to the official records. There are legendary tales of 1980 P dollars being found with the wrong metal composition, potentially even being struck on silver-colored blanks intended for foreign or special commemorative rounds. This is where the true power of the coin lies. It is the power to change your fortune overnight. While many might spend these dollars for a simple snack or a bus fare, the educated collector knows that a single 1980p, if it carries the right DNA of minting error or an ultra-rare strike quality, is a ticket to becoming a part of the elite class of coin owners whose collections are worth millions. Never underestimate a dirty dollar. Inside that humble metal could be the secret to a life of unimaginable wealth. The 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar stands as a fascinating reminder that even the most overlooked coin can hold a deeper story. This coin continues the legacy of Susan B. Anthony, a powerful figure who fought for equality and the right to vote. Her portrait on the front represents determination and courage, while the reverse shows an eagle landing on the moon, reflecting the spirit of exploration and national pride. By 1980, the Susan B. Anthony dollar had already faced challenges. Introduced just a year earlier, it struggled to gain popularity because of its size and color, which made it easy to confuse with a quarter. As a result, many coins were never widely used and instead remained stored in banks and collections. At the Philadelphia Mint, coins were produced with a P mint mark. Millions of these 1980 P dollars were struck, making them common in the overall supply. Because many were not heavily circulated, it is still possible to find examples in relatively good condition today. But here is where the story becomes more engaging. In the world of coin collecting, value does not come from age alone. It comes from rarity, condition, and the small details that most people overlook. Even a common coin like the 1980 P can become something special if it has unique characteristics. Collectors search for high-grade examples, coins that show strong luster, sharp details, and minimal marks. A well-preserved 1980 P dollar stands out immediately because many coins have small scratches or contact marks from storage. There are also proof coins and special strikes, particularly those produced at San Francisco, which can carry a different level of interest. These coins were made with extra care, giving them a mirror-like finish and sharper detail. Now let's address the bold claim that a 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar could be worth $300,000. This idea spreads quickly because it is exciting and captures attention. But the truth is more realistic. A normal 1980 P coin, even in very good condition, is usually worth only a small amount above its face value. To reach extremely high values, a coin would need to be exceptionally rare, such as having a major mint error or being preserved in near-perfect condition at the highest grading levels. These situations are extremely uncommon. The coin's composition is another important detail. Despite sometimes being called a silver dollar, the 1980 Susan B. Anthony coin is not made of silver. It is composed of copper and nickel, which gives it its distinct color and durability. Some coins may appear dull or dirty due to age and handling. This is completely natural and does not necessarily reduce their historical significance. In fact, collectors often prefer coins that have not been cleaned because cleaning can damage the original surface. Imagine holding a 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar in your hand. It represents a moment when a new idea was introduced into everyday currency. a coin that honored a real woman and carried a message of change. It may seem simple, but it holds a powerful story. The 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar stands as one of the most misunderstood yet fascinating pieces ever released. When this coin entered circulation, it marked a historic moment. For the first time, a real woman appeared on a circulating United States coin, honoring Susan B. Anthony, a leader who dedicated her life to equality and the right to vote. Her portrait reflects determination and strength, while the reverse shows an eagle landing on the moon, symbolizing ambition and achievement. The Denver Mint struck millions of these coins in 1979, each marked with a small d. At first glance, the coin appears modern and practical, but its introduction was not as successful as expected. Many people found it too similar in size and color to the quarter, leading to confusion in everyday use. Because of this, large numbers of these coins were set aside rather than widely circulated. As a result, many 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollars still exist today in relatively decent condition. Some may show scratches or dull surfaces from storage or handling, while others remain bright and well-preserved. Even coins that appear dirty simply reflect their natural aging and journey through time. But here's where the story becomes more engaging. In the world of coin collecting, value is not determined by appearance alone. It is shaped by rarity, condition, and unique features. While millions of 1979 D coins were produced, collectors still search for examples that stand out, coins with exceptional quality or unusual characteristics. One important detail is that the famous wide rim or near date variety is associated with the Philadelphia Mint, not Denver. This means that most 1979 D coins do not have that specific variation, making them more uniform in design. Now let's address the bold claim that a 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar could be worth $900,000. This idea spreads quickly because it is dramatic and attention-grabbing. But the reality is very different. A standard 1979 D coin, even in good condition, is generally worth only a small amount above its face value. To reach extremely high values, a coin would need to be extraordinarily rare, such as having a major mint error or being preserved in near-perfect condition at the highest grading levels. These cases are extremely uncommon and far beyond what most coins from this year represent. Another important point is that this coin is not made of silver, even though it is often called a silver dollar. Its composition is copper and nickel, which gives it its distinct color and durability. Collectors place great importance on condition. A 1979 D coin with strong luster, minimal marks, and sharp details is far more desirable than a heavily worn example. Coins that appear untouched by circulation often attract more attention in the market. It is also important to never clean a coin. Cleaning can remove the original surface and significantly reduce its value. What may seem like an improvement can actually take away the very qualities collectors look for. Imagine holding a 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar in your hand. It represents a turning point in history, a coin that introduced a new face and a new message into everyday currency. It may seem ordinary, but it carries a deeper meaning. Coins like this remind us that value is not always obvious. Sometimes it is hidden in subtle details, in preservation, or in the unique story behind the coin itself. The Susan B. Anthony dollar remains one of the most recognizable modern coins because it combines history, symbolism, and the excitement of discovery. Even a common coin like the 1979 D has its place in that journey. In the end, the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar is both ordinary and meaningful. Most examples are common, but the possibility of finding something unusual keeps collectors interested. And that is the real secret. It is not just about finding a coin worth a fortune. It is about understanding what you have, recognizing the hidden details, and realizing that sometimes even a simple coin can carry a story far greater than its face value.